Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this episode of the How to Play Chess series, we will be covering the starting position of a chess game, and in future videos I will be unpacking and explaining each piece, special rules, and how to win the game, and also how to end up in an unfortunate draw. So let's talk about the board. If you are playing online, as many people are these days, I personally play online, but I also own chess boards. Congratulations, the board's already set up for you, so that's fantastic. But if you are playing on a physical chessboard, as I did for the first 2 decades of my life, then you will need to know how to set up a board. Fortunately for you, again online, you will already have the letters and the numbers. You will notice on the screen that it works similarly to a map or a grid system, so the bottom left hand corner is A1 and the top right hand corner is H8. This definitely helps, and we're going to talk about that in a moment, but with some physical chessboards you don't have that. So please remember this, as people often get confused when they are setting up a board in person. You should always make sure that for white there is a dark square in the bottom left hand corner, and for black there is a dark square in your bottom hand left corner. Let me flip it and prove it to you. Here we go. Dark square bottom left hand corner, dark square for right's corner. So it doesn't matter which way you look at it. The second thing I want you to think about when setting up a board, especially in person, is the queens. Everything else I think is going to be simpler, but please remember this. I have seen it happen, and I've actually played with family members and friends and realized later on in the game that we made a mistake. This board position is wrong. The rule you have to remember is that the queen belongs on the color square that it is. So a white queen belongs on the white or light square, and the black queen, dark squared piece, belongs on the dark squared square. Please remember that key rule and you will be fine. If it's easier for you, just remember that the kings should be opposite each other and the queens should be opposite each other. But again, you could still easily make that mistake, because now look what's happened. The kings are opposite each other, as are the queens. This is wrong. It's the wrong position. So remember the rule about the queens matching the square, the color square that it belongs on white and black on black. And also try and remember what I said about the board, about the dark squares being in the bottom left hand corner for each player. As I have said in this series, I will unpack how the pieces move, how they work, but overall let's just quickly talk about the way that the board is set up, especially if you are setting it up yourself. You have 8 pawns each, and they go on the 2nd row. For black, they're going to be on the 7th row, but it would be black's 2nd row. Make sure they're lined up neatly and you'll be fine. The rooks are in the furthest corners, A1, H1, A8 and H8. They go there, nice and easy. The knights, which look like horses, they go on B1, G1, B8 and G8. They go next to the rooks. Then you have the bishop, C1, F1, C8 and F8. And then you have the queen and the king directly opposite each other, right in the middle of the board. So when you play again on a physical board, it also helps when you look at the size of the pieces. Normally the king's the tallest, then the queen, then the bishop, then the knight, then the rook. So that also helps when you picture the chessboard and how to set it up. But if you ever get confused, please come back and watch this video. Completely normal the first few times that you set up a board that you're confused, but for those of you that play online, I hope this was a bit of an explanation as to the hows and whys of how to set up a chessboard. And please do continue watching future videos in the series to learn how the pieces work and how to play the game. Thank you so much, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video.